Hello everyone, today I would like to share China's aid and international trade architecture, which meaning has 6 parts. The first part is an overview of China's aid. The second part is the international trade architecture, then China's role in international trade, then the interaction between aid and trade, then the challenge and opportunities, and finally the future trade of aid and trade. The first part is an overview of China's aid. China's aid policies and principles include the principle of mutual benefit and win-win, respect for the sovereignty of recipient countries, and emphasis on sustainable development. The so-called mutual benefit and win-win principle is to promote the economic development of recipient countries through aid projects while opening up international markets for Chinese enterprises. As the name implies, China respects the sovereignty and the will of the recipient countries when providing aid, without touching any political conditions. The emphasis on sustainable development means that China pays attention to the sustainability of projects and helps recipient countries to improve their independent development capacity and achieve long-term stable development. In terms of the type of assistance, the first is infrastructure construction assistance. China builds roads, railways, and hospitals in African and Asian countries, such as the Mombasa Nearby Railway in Kenya, to promote local economic development, education and human resources training through the establishment of Confucius Institutes and the provisions of scholarships. China helps developing countries to improve the levels of education, such as teacher training programs in Southeast Asian countries. In terms of architectural technology cooperation, China cooperates with African countries to provide architectural technology support and send improvement to help local architectural development, such as agricultural technology demonstration center in Zambia. In terms of aid targets and regions, China first provides infrastructure construction assistance to its Asian neighborhoods, such as the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project in Pakistan. China is promoting its Belt and Road Initiative in Africa, supporting local development through loans and investments, such as the Mombasa Nobody Railway in Kenya. China has cooperated with Latin American countries to provide architecture, technical support, and infrastructure construction, such as the Agricultural Cooperation Project with Argentina. The second part is the international trade structure. International trade organizations include WTO, IMF, World Bank Group. I believe those who have read the models or recorded lessons and already quite familiar with and understand trade arguments and trade policies and regulations. The third part I would like to discuss is China's role in international trade. China as a trading partner has promoted integration and trade liabilities in the Asia-Pacific region by participating in and promoting regional trade arguments such as RCEP. As a global manufacturing hub, China plays a key role in the global supply chain, ensures the global supply of medical supplies during the pandemic. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, China has established trade partnerships with countries along the shores to help them improve infrastructure and promote economic development. China's position in the global supply chain. First, in the role of the world's factory, China is the world's largest manufacturing center. Many international brands manufacture their product in China, such as Apple's iPhone. In terms of global logistics hubs, China's port and shipping network is the busiest in the world, such as the port of Shanghai is one of the world's largest point of cargo throughput. In terms of supply chain management innovation, Chinese companies such as Alibaba and JD.com have adopted advanced technologies in supply chain management to promote the improvement of global logistics efficiency. China's trade policy also has three impacts. First is promise regional economic integration through the Belt and Road Initiative. China has permitted infrastructure construction and trade exchanges among countries along the routes and strengthened regional economic cooperation. Second, it affects the global supply chain. As the world's factory, China's trade policy adjustment, such as export taxi rebate and trade for education, has a profound impact on the global supply chain. Third, to promote the multilateral trade system, China actively participates in the World Trade Organization (WTO) and other multilateral trade systems to promote trade liberalization and economic globalization.
In terms of the interaction between aid and trade, first of all, Chinese aid helps recipient countries improve transportation, electricity, and other infrastructure, creating conditions toward bilateral trade. Secondly, through technical assistance and capacity building, China helps recipient countries improve product standards and enhance their competitiveness in the international market. Projects include policy advice to help recipient countries open as well as dosis promote trade bilazawan no. The promotion effect of trade on aid is firstly to increase the export income of recipient countries, secondly to promote the industrial upgrading of recipient countries, and thirdly, to improve the infrastructure of recipient countries. In terms of bilateral and multilateral aid trade relations, the first is bilateral aid trade agreements, such as the trade agreements signed between China and African countries, which promote the growth of bilateral trade through aid infrastructure construction. Multilateral ALD trade organizations, such as the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, ALB, were established to promote regional trade and economic development through multilateral cooperation. A mutually beneficial model of aid and trade, China provides financial and technical assistance through the Belt and Road Initiative, while promoting trade cooperation and market opening in counties alone en route. Next are challenges and opportunities. The current international trade challenges. The first is the rise of protectionism. The second is the risk of supply chain disruption. The third is the technical standards and compliance issues. Aid faces the challenges of political risk and geopolitics, economic volatility and debt sustainability, cultural differences and adaptability. We will continue to deepen the Belt and Road and the Regional Comprehensive Partnership Agreement to enable the rise of the digital economy.
Looking to the future, China plays a role in green, sustainable development, digital trade platforms, and regional economic integration. China should continue to promote the multilateral trade system, promote regional economic integration, and provide economic and technical assistance to developing countries through the South-South Cooperation Assistance Fund and other channels to promote common development. Thank you all.